What's going on, everyone? This is just a quick note from Mark. This is part 1, so if you enjoy it, make sure you check out part 2, which should be up soon also. Thanks. What's going on, everyone? It is Mark here from youtube.com/TechyTutorials, and today I'm bringing you Sony Vegas Pro 11. Yes, the new Sony Vegas. Some of you have your hands on it already, some of you don't. I've had it for about a week or so. I haven't had much time to use it because, been busy. But I'm going to give you my first kind of glances at it now. So as you can see, obviously booting up, new logo, new toolbar logo, it all looks lovely. Okay, bam. Basically we're looking at this layout, it looks the same. Bam, I interrupted myself. Okay, if you are a TechyTutorials viewer and you'd like to win a version of Sony Vegas Pro 11, well then you know what, you can click in the underbar there, and we're going to be giving one or two maybe away for Christmas, just to thank you guys for watching. So if you're interested, just expand the underbar there, and if you're not, let's get on with it. Okay, so we're looking at Sony Vegas Pro 11 here, the window. It looks the exact same, pretty much, but there are some new things, so let's go and get into it. So here, first of all, you can see that these kind of look like they're in an extra window. By that I mean they have this little extra symbol here, you see this? Pro 10 and past versions didn't really have that. It's back here in Pro 11. And we have, we've got checkerboard, color gradient, the things we've always had. Prototype titler. What we didn't have was titles and text. Okay, this is something I'm happy Sony brought in. They brought in preset texts. So basically, what you can do is click and drag this down, and you're going to get a preset text down here, which you can edit. Okay, so let me get back to that in 1 second. I think there's some great presets here. Some of you probably won't use. I like Rough Day. I like the one I just dragged down, which is Action Flip. Menace, that's pretty cool. And yeah, basically these were kind of, some of them you could create in the prototype titler, but I guess Sony was finding that the prototype titler, some people, would prefer if there was just a simple preset here, which I think it's great. A lot of people would prefer that. So what we're going to do, I'm going to give you a quick look at this. So I'm going to type in TechyTutorials, highlight this, change it to good morning, afternoon, or not web. What am I doing? Okay, good morning, afternoon. We're going to reduce that to 42. Okay, now what you can see here, first, the window looks completely different. Sony has gotten rid of tabs in Pro 11. That's something new. What they've gone with is drop down menus in the same window. Okay, I like it. I've gotten used to it now. Basically, look, in the past you'd have kind of placement, you'd have effects up the top here in tabs. Now it's all on this one window, and you can drop down, select your color. I'm going to select the blue, come up here. This is your opacity, if you were wondering, and you can get rid of that drop down. Animation, you can select from the bunch of presets. The scale, obviously, is how big it is. Location is the placement. See, little drop down menus, and they're keeping it very neat, advanced. So this is the background. You can select what the background is, what color it is. Tracking is the distance between each letter in your word. Okay. Line spacing, if you add 2 lines, so if you had techie on the top, tutorial on the bottom, line spacing is the distance between the top and bottom words. That was in the past one as well, I'm just pointing that out. Now outline is what we called glow in the past versions. They've gotten rid of the name glow, and they've also gotten rid of the ability, put that as a white. They've gotten rid of the ability to add a feather. So basically it's just outline width and color. You don't have feather option here, it's just outline width and color, which I like the glow, but I'm going to be able to work with this. It's probably the exact same, to be honest. Now shadow, that's the same as ever. You can enable and disable the shadow by a click of a button, which you'll find Sony has brought in these little tick boxes, which I think are a brilliant idea in case you want to enable something very quickly. And so you have shadow blur, color of your shadow, very simple there. Now one more thing you're going to notice in this window is there's no animate, no keyframes down here. If you want to keyframe something, they've brought in the kind of Adobe style. I'm not sure if it's in other editing programs. I'm pretty sure it is, but I know it's in Adobe anyway, I think. So basically if you want to change, let's say, the outline, the outline, it's called outline. You're going to come here and you want to change the width throughout the video. So you're going to say animate. Now what you're going to do is, okay, at the start you want it to be the preset width. Up here you're going to click the plus to create a keyframe. We know that, and you're going to adjust the width. So we're going to bring it up. This means as the video comes from here to here, the width is going to get bigger. Now this new kind of layout for the keyframes is new, and everything's called animate now. I don't think it's keyframes or anything like that. They just call it animate. And Sony's brought down the drop down here also. So if you wanted to keyframe something else like the shadow, you have this here as well. Okay, so you can get it all nicely into a drop down menu here. We're going to get rid of that keyframe for the shadow and keep it neat for the moment. So at the moment we have our keyframe on for the width, and as you can see we've got this kind of a bit of a new layout, and here we've got down at the bottom right two options, lanes and curves. Now if you come into curves, wow, you can see that a lot better. I think you can see it a lot better in my opinion. And you can click, you can go up and down, and you can go left and right, and this is going to adjust the width, and it's great in my opinion. I think it's a great idea. Just to have that kind of extra interaction down here with the curves, it's easier to, I think it's easier to interact with, in my opinion. And if you don't like it, you don't have to use it. You can go the exact way you've been going the whole time with Vegas, which is what I like with Sony. They don't change anything very drastically. Okay, so here's the text. As I said, new window. It's pretty basic to get used to. You get used to it very quick. So that's everything new in media generators. This is part 1. So if you enjoy it, make sure you check out part 2, which should be up soon also. Thanks.